Hello everyone, I'm the champ, Torisho Timecha Tupamang. Welcome to the Impact Show. Hello everyone, I'm the champ, Torisho Timecha. I want to start smile at Lara. It just promises to be an epic episode because already the candidates before the screen. Episode number 19 of the Impact Show. I have a special guest in the house today. I'll give you a chance to introduce herself and then we get straight into the it. Remember, the title of the episode is Know Your Kuruman Icons.
Hello everybody, I am Pelonomi Itumeleng. I am an educator by profession. I am a writer and author of children's books, poetry, and the likes, and I've been published for over a decade. I'm also a carpenter. I do social work. I'm a social activist for SEG4, which is education, and SEG17, which is international relations and networks. Okay, thank you.
Episode 19 of the Impact Show. I'm with Posh. That's how I call her. Welcome to the Impact Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
There is.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited by your reaction to Baby Daddy J's podcast, and it's good that I happened to plan both of you more or less at the same time.
Good planning.
Yeah, more or less at the same time. And he mentioned you when he was not aware that you are even coming to the Impact Show. But as someone that I've known since our high school days, I want us to go back a little bit.
Okay.
So tell me, or tell our viewers, how would you describe yourself as a learner back then? It's particularly in high school. Not primary school is a bit too far. Let's start at high school, maybe grade 10 all the way to grade 12. How would you describe yourself as a learner?
Okay, so in high school, I was a very inquisitive person.
Okay.
I've always wanted to know more. I've always been curious about how things are done, how processes work. Mm-hmm. But that gets tiring to a lot of people. Okay. So I was also labeled at school as, the know-it-all. And I've had to embrace it. The know-it-all, the learner that wants to do everything. And in my defense, I just wanted to learn as much as I can.
Sure.
And that has worked for me. And I'd really advise anybody, do it all if you have to. If you have the time, do it.
Sure.
Yeah. So nothing much has changed from high school. Sure. Besides, that I'm in the working profession now. Mm-hmm. And, obviously you're an adult. But I'm still very curious. Mm-hmm. I'm still very outspoken, assertive.
Very assertive. That I can attest to.
I'm still assertive, but I'm a very shy person, and this is something that a lot of people do not. I promise you. And you see what Lizzie said?
Yeah, he said the same
thing.
I
totally agree with him.
No. Shy.
I keep telling people in my life that public speaking is a skill.
Okay, sure.
It's something you learn to do, and you must know how to do it.
Sure.
It does not particularly mean that I have to like it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
If I'd rather be in my room. I'd rather be doing something that is away from people's eyes. But unfortunately, the work that I do now and again allows and requires that I show up, say a few words.
Let's do that. I can attest to the fact that you were labeled a lot of things in high school. Yeah. And yet you were always that learner. You sat in front. You were answering. You were engaging teachers. I don't want to talk about that. So how did you manage to stand under those times where other learners criticized you and sometimes misinterpreted you? How did you manage to pull through that?
Misinterpreted and misrepresented me. Yes.
Sometimes intentionally, by the way.
Yeah. And I think I've never had an issue with friends.
Okay.
Right? I've never had an issue choosing friends. Growing up, I grew up as a very self-aware child. So I could pick up my alarm.
No, let's continue.
Okay.
Producer also did out. Sure.
I was very self-aware.
Okay.
So in my self-awareness, I've never needed external motivation to get things done.
Sure.
Which is it's a problematic thing because it's not the case with everybody.
Sure.
And I see it with my kids. They need to be told you're very good at this. The motivation, the encouragement. I've never needed that.
If it comes, it comes.
I knew that I'm good at this.
That's it.
It was enough.
That's it.
There's no meeting. There's no second opinion. We're doing this. But I think one thing I've had to learn in high school, especially when it came to, those misconceptions, I zone out.
Sure.
If I need to focus, everything else silences.
Sure.
And it's a skill.
Sure.
I know that, people cannot quite quieten their minds as easily, but it's something you learn to do.
Sure.
Because otherwise you get affected by everything that happens around you. Otherwise you do not become productive. Deadlines do not get met because all the noise is getting to you.
Sure.
So no. If I needed to get to the staff room, you have something to say, I'm going to the staff room.
Anyway.
I'm going.
How did you feel when teachers made an example? When they used you as an example?
I did not like it.
As a good example.
No.
But I'm Pelonomi. Take us through that.
That's pressure. That's pressure because I'm not perfect.
Sure.
I am not a model child, number 2.
Okay.
I just happen to do well in the things I am interested in. And unfortunately, high school, pass and go. Definitely. And I did just that. I needed to get past
and go
and move on to the second part of my life. So I'm not perfect. I have my own set of faults.
Sure.
And I think they did it with good intentions, trying to motivate, but each one has their own journey. Each one has a set of mistakes that they have to perform. And using me as an example is really not gonna fast track their process of learning, and the certain experiences that I have to go through. So, yes, it worked, maybe to some, but yes, teachers also thought I was the best example to use, but I've never felt like, remember, I know my issues, I know my shortcomings, and you think about that. And I don't think it was imposter syndrome. It's just being aware that I've got my faults too, and you paint me as this. And that's not a true reflection of who I am.
Great stuff.
You see?
Great stuff. Otherwise, if you were ignorant of your own flaws, it would have gone to your head.
It would have gone to my head.
It would have gone to your head. Yeah. Now you're finished. You're from a learner. You become a student now.
Yes.
It's a total different ball game.
Oh my.
What kind of a student were you now?
I was never in school.
Never in school? Was it online classes or?
No, I was traveling. I was traveling.
Okay.
So I did my first year, then my second year. For the first, even when registrations were happening, I was abroad.
Sure.
So I came back. I was late. I had to do a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
So that also just shaped how my trajectory of my student life was going to go, because in all of that, there'd be an email to say, "Dear Professor, please find the attached documents. I will be. I will not be available on these dates. I will not be able to, to attend your lecture." But these were valid reasons.
Sure.
But I also just think that I got too good at it. Yeah. There were days where I felt like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
But if you work around your gifts, your purpose, money will follow.
Yeah.
The travel will follow.
Sure.
But you have to have something valuable to offer the world.
Sure. Something valuable to offer the world.
You have to. They need to know that when they call your name, this is what you come with. And
this is someone's going to make an impact.
Exactly.
That's great.
And I was telling my kids that I teach that I've never, was it last year? Well, when I went to do my carpentry course, it was the first time I actually paid for a trip anywhere.
Is it? From your pocket now? For the first time?
For the first time. Everywhere I've been, not a cent.
Oh, wow.
Not a cent. And it's a skill. There is a way to do it, you know?
Great stuff.
It might also just require some time to just get around the nitty-gritties, but it's a skill. It can be done.
Great stuff.
You know, so this idea that people think that you need to have a lot of money to travel. No. Have skill. Have something to offer the world. And have some evidence, you know. Have something to show that this is exactly the real deal. This is what I'm offering you.
Yeah.
You know. It goes a long way. Yeah. And people don't forget.
Yeah, the Bible says a man's gift makes room for him and bring him before great people. You know,
I truly believe that.
It opens doors for you.
It does.
Look, we're in high school, varsity, or high school we are done. Now, you start to see life differently once you are done with high school. Varsity, you see life different. You finish varsity, you are working, you have your own businesses. How do you see life now, Pelonomi, compared to back then? And how are you able to navigate entrepreneurship, work, and writing, and all those kind of things that you are doing, which will come to at a later stage? But how do you see life now, and how do you manage to navigate
through everything? I believe in evidence now.
Okay.
I'm a kind person.
Sure.
That's one thing that was very emphasized in my upbringing, and it's a non-negotiable. But people tend to think that because you're kind, you don't have boundaries.
Sure.
And because you're kind, you can let anything go. Anything can come through, mistreatment, manipulation,
advantage,
sorts of things.
Yeah.
You know. People don't quite draw the line. And there's a saying, takers don't know when to stop.
Sure. They keep on taking.
Until they'll suck you dry. They will suck you dry. So now, I believe in evidence. Wow. Yes, don't say, yes, you're a big spender. Let's see the statement. How much have you sent?
Yeah. You're a big spender.
You know, if you're going to say you're a podcaster, how many episodes have you done? Let's go look. Let's review. Is this really what you say?
Sure.
Because, the other thing, I don't support blank ideas, right? So you say, I want to become a podcaster, for example.
Sure,
You've not bought a mic, you don't have a laptop, you don't have a camera, you've not done anything.
Hey, to show that
don't come
you
to
want
me.
to do this.
Do not come speak to me, do not come waste my time. A lot of people have ideas and they die with them. And here's the thing about ideas. They move. If they see you're not doing anything, they jump to the next person. Whoever is available.
But I don't know how many people told me, hey, I've been dreaming about what you are doing. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
They didn't do it. It goes to the next person. Whoever is willing and able, it will move to them. And you will sit there and be like, I want, it's too late.
A small testimony in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I was talking to my producer. We were in Cape Town at the youth camp.
Yeah.
And I said to him, hey, Chief, we need to buy the equipment now because I'm going to chow this money. You understand? Then he spoke to me. Then I said, let me give you everything, run everything.
Let's do it.
Because time was running out. I could feel that it's slipping away from me.
And now you're 19 episodes
Exactly. And it was going to go somewhere. Now you're 19 episodes. No, that's great, man. That's great, Posh. So you're saying life after high school, as being a student working, it's a bit challenging because you meet all kinds of people in the workplace, in the entrepreneurship world.
Yeah.
People who used to know you when you were growing up. And they come with different intentions. Some to take, some to manipulate, some to take advantage of you in all those kind of things. But how do you deal with your response, maybe offending someone or making them angry and labeling you Hawaii-borna, you know? How do you deal with those things?
I used to be very concerned about what people thought.
Sure.
Not anymore. And I think that's one thing I love about being in my 30s is exactly that. I don't have time to compromise. I'm not in a position I cannot afford to compromise myself on any level. I cannot afford that. So if you're coming at me, and my favorite question would be, what is the intention of that?
Okay.
So somebody says, okay, maybe you've gained weight. I'm like, yeah, but what's the intention of that? What are you hoping to achieve by saying that?
Yes.
It exposes them because you realize they said no, I was just saying, like, no. What did you mean? What did you mean to have?
Really to say that?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. People with beautiful teeth notice beautiful teeth first.
Okay.
They go around and they look. It's the same thing, man. You look for this car, you dream for this car, you want this car, you suddenly start seeing the car. It's the first thing you see. And now suddenly you say it a lot. So generally, people who are good with themselves, good to themselves, are good to other people.
Sure.
Do you understand?
I understand that.
So sometimes if you have a difficult relationship with yourself, it's very easy for you to be mean to other people. It's very easy to be manipulative to other people because if you don't value your time, you're going to devalue other people's time also. Yeah.
You're not going to take their time
No.
because they don't value your time.
No.
You can spend it the whole day in a bed or watching whatever that you are watching the whole day.
Do you understand? And it's a simple thing as somebody can come, need your advice, take 30 minutes and still take nothing out of that. That time, I think, there was a time where I had to be on stage for like 15 minutes and I got paid 5,000 rand.
Sure.
That was a long time ago. And that was a lot of money, by the way.
By the way, yeah.
You know? And I sit there and I'm like, 10,000 rand gone. For what? For what? So when somebody does not understand the value of their time, they will waste yours.
That's true.
What they don't have, they will take. I promise you.
That's true that.
And
that's true that.
I've become very strict with that. You are not coming to waste my time. I value myself too much. I value my peace too much. I'm not going to be rushed into spaces, into processes. I will not be rushed. I refuse to be rushed. Otherwise, let it pass me.
And
it's
then
okay.
We'll see next.
Yes.
That's great stuff.
Because a rush destabilizes your nervous system. And you start operating from survival, and it's sad. Because when you start looking back, you realize there are certain things you could have done differently. Had you sat down, deliberated, thought through all processes, and saw what could possibly be better by that.
True that.
So, no, I don't negotiate.
Actually, I've never seen, let me not say everything, but one thing that I know for sure, I've never seen any marriage that is rushed working out. I can assure you.
No.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. It doesn't work. It doesn't. Exactly. The excitement can be there. But that element of rush,
rush is accustomed by fear. So you sit there and, I mean, if you're sure about what the connection could be, then there's no need to rush.
Exactly my point.
Then we move.
Let's talk about our education system has been criticized a lot.
Yeah,
and there are many, let me say, brains that passes through your hands, which are leaders of tomorrow.
Sure.
You understand? Possibly even president of our country. You understand? And then people, when they talk about our education system, they will talk about China, engineering, and all those kinds of things. What can you say about our education system, man? Like brutally analyzing it and giving your honest.
I'll get in trouble for this.
Work it out the way you can work it out.
We are actually far better.
Okay.
It's because it's South Africans criticizing the system because we want it to be better than what it is.
Okay.
But when you look at education systems, we are in a better place than most countries.
Which country? African countries
I shall not be seen naming names.
Okay, sure.
But what I'm saying is we need to consider that you cannot compare different contexts.
Okay, sure.
You cannot compare us to China, you cannot compare us to Finland, even though yes, we may copy or we may absorb certain strategies that they use in their education system. What we fail to understand is, and this is one thing Her Excellency Dr. Nkosazana Zuma mentioned at the youth summit that I just attended.
Sure.
We tend to look outside as opposed to looking what's within.
Sure.
When we look at our indigenous knowledge systems, totally disregarded.
Sure. That's true. That.
And by tapping into that, we are way ahead of what's already there.
Even though it's totally disregarded.
It's totally disregarded. But that is what we're trying to do. That is what we're trying to bring back. This is why there's a wave of multilingualism now that, mother tongue based education, that let the kids be taught in the languages that they understand. Because at the end of the day, English is a very poor language.
Okay, sure.
Right? It lacks nuances to an extent.
Oh, yeah.
So there are certain things you cannot translate. And we talks about being translinguals. Even though, yes, we teach them in English and we want them to be conversant, do they really understand what they're doing?
In our metric classroom, people, People will read we are reading a book. People will read a paragraph. Say, read a paragraph. First of all, just to read a paragraph.
Just read.
My goodness, it's a whole hour, and then tell us what you have read. That's a big blow now, and you can tell her. It was not that the learner is ignorant. It was struggling with the English language.
Yeah.
They were struggling to pronounce, to understand certain terminologies and things like that.
And it's not that the content was hard.
No, definitely not hard.
You see.
Definitely not hard.
I had a friend in varsity. He was from KZN. I won't mention his name because now I didn't talk to him first.
Okay, sure.
He didn't speak English.
Okay.
He spoke isiZulu.
The whole time.
He listened, sit there, speak it broken with us, sharp. Give him mathematics.
Sure.
He'll humble all of us.
Sure.
We sit there. And he'll explain it.
Yeah.
And you will understand.
The way
he's now a teacher. And you will understand. So at the end of the day, you need to really realize, do we need people who are conversant in English or do we need competent people?
No, we need
Because if we need people that are conversant in English, then that's not the standard for South Africa. Because we are multilingual as a country.
Sure. But
all 12.
But we associate English with intelligence. When you are eloquent in English, automatically.
That's where we went wrong.
Yeah, sure.
That's where we went wrong. That's where we went wrong with understanding that certain schools give better education. No. And I have this conversation with a lot of parents. And they keep asking me, why don't you bring your son to the school that I teach at? No, I'm not going to do that. We teach him the same thing. There's no difference. Maybe you may talk about the difference in resources.
Sure.
There's a classism issue. It's not an education issue. Do you understand? So yes, there's a need to reflect and see what others are doing, bring it home. But there's a rich resource already in indigenous knowledge systems that we need to tap into. Because otherwise we lose ourselves. And we have people that are conversant in Eurocentric principles.
Sure.
But then when it's home issues, they cannot solve them because they were not trained to solve our own issues. Look at what's happening with AI.
Hey.
We are following.
It's too much now.
So you sit here and you think, are we ever going to get to a point where we are leading the conversation?
Doesn't look so.
Exactly.
Doesn't look so.
And what happens when an indigenous product or something that is indigenous to us is given limelight? They take it, commercialize it. Sad. That's not how we operate. That's not how we operate. Part of what you do is preservation.
Sure. Yeah.
And as much as yes, you want to globalize, you want to commercialize something, certain knowledge systems need to remain with certain people.
Sure.
Otherwise, they're misrepresented, misused, and misinformation is spread.
Diluted and all.
Exactly. So
let me put you on the spot about this one.
Let's get
the pass rate mark.
Oh my gosh.
There was one of a famous political party in the country. They went to challenge the pass rate mark. They want to take it to 50. It remains at 30% last time I checked. It was the same even during our time, and you will have learners who aim for that. Level 2.
Just.
Level 2. Our pass rate. Your honest opinion on it? Is it okay like that, or should it go a little bit higher?
I'm looking for the saying now.
Sure.
If I tell you that this is the ceiling, you can only go here.
Okay.
And this idea that sky is the limit opposes that.
True that.
It says
True that.
shoot as high as you can.
Sure.
You know, I feel like it's a discouraging figure because as much as yes, your level 2, your level 3 gets you a pass, it does not get you access.
Sure.
So yes, pass.
Sure.
University, people are fighting for level 7s there and they still don't have space. So already we've got a higher education system issue where there's more students and a few universities to accommodate them.
Sure.
Right? With your level 2, what are you competing against?
The pool of those.
Exactly. So we are disadvantaging you by even encouraging that. It's a disadvantage. Because then, yes, pass, but you're going to stay here.
You have passed, yes, you have passed your matric, it's fine, but
it's fine.
You can't go really congregate.
Do you understand?
Anyway. Yeah.
And between somebody that got 3 level 5s and a few level 7s and you, who do you think we should take into higher education?
It's obvious.
Do you understand?
It's obvious.
But it's an unfair one because this is something that we've allowed. We've allowed it.
And we're even promoting it.
And here's my thing, ne? When we set question papers, you've got taxonomies. There's this Bloom's taxonomy where even the learner who struggles should be able to pass a certain segment of the questions. Then, so you accommodate a range of learners, those that are struggling and those who are high performing. 30% is way little. It does not encourage a learner to say, listen, I need to pass and I need to exert some energy.
And I need to give my best.
I need to give my best.
True that. No, thank you.
It's not helping our kids.
Thank you for that. You were a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are a lot of things that you do.
Yes.
A lot of things that you do and which are very beneficial to the public that the public needs to know.
Okay.
We've dealt with the teacher part. Tell us, what do you do? I know you're an author, but I will give you, tell us what you do so that we can know about you, about our Kuruman icon.
I am an author.
Okay.
My first book was over a decade ago.
Over a decade ago?
Yes.
A decade is 10 years, by the way.
Over a decade ago. And it was a poetry collection.
Sure.
Titled Echoes of the Inclined.
Echoes of the Inclined. I remember that. Did I ever get a copy of that?
You never got a copy.
No, I owe you. No, I owe you.
You do owe
Even
me?
if it's not that, I'm going to pay for that one. I remember that time.
So
no,
it was that.
Sure.
Then I've contributed to anthologies around the world.
Say again? There?
Contributed to anthologies.
Okay.
So an anthology would be when different authors bring a certain genre together.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So a collection is if you do it alone, but an anthology is if you've got different voices coming together into one book.
Sure.
And I think I needed to address that because there's a major misconception. You've got people calling anthologies collections.
Please.
No.
Clarify.
Clarity. Yeah. I've participated in festivals either as a presenter or reading my work. Northern Cape Writers Festival.
Northern Cape Writers Festival.
Yes.
Sure.
It's not running anymore, but
okay.
Yeah, but it's been there for a few years.
Sure.
Published at a festival in Nigeria.
You went to Nigeria?
No, but my work is published there.
Yeah, it's published in Nigeria.
You know what's funny? The same poem that was published in Nigeria, I googled myself the other day and I found that a Moroccan artist had painted to my work.
Is it?
And it was amazing.
Wow.
And I reached out to him and I said, why didn't you say anything? Yeah, so it got to me that somebody found my work somewhere and they said, I like this and I'm going to produce an artwork specific to this.
Sure.
You know, so that's what I do. I'm a master trainer for African storybooks. So we teach teachers how to make children's books. So I've published 4 titles under that. You
teach teachers how to make storybooks.
Yes.
Okay.
So for your grade R to grade 4. Even more, but you know, that's the main focus for now. You put a picture, then you write, but then we take them through that process of getting the idea to the actual book that everybody can access around the world.
Get that.
Yeah, so it's African Storybook is quite a big project. They've got over 100 languages on their site, and the books are free. Ne?
Is it?
It's an open source platform. So this thing, we don't have books. Yes, I understand physical books are a bit expensive, but I mean, if you've got data, download books for your kids in all the languages.
Yeah.
You know, in our case, Setswana, in English, you can read the same book twice. You know, so to also foster that understanding in between the languages, so that the learners can, or the kids can understand. Read for kids from a very young age. It's very important.
Like the parent reading.
Yes,
kids,
yes.
Yeah,
For from the time they're born, please read. It fosters a culture.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I do. That's my writing part. I'm also an editor. I'm an editor, and I'm quite excited about it. I'm an editor for the inaugural Naitsa Poetry Prize. So for this specific project, I've worked with 19 educators around South Africa. So it's a national project. And just yesterday, one of the contributors is now doctor.
Okay.
And there's about 4 doctors now.
Wow. In there.
In there.
Dealing with.
Listen, and they've contributed so much.
Sure.
One of them is an international award winner. They won the African Union Best Teacher Award.
Oh, wow.
So the caliber of the people we've got contributing to the research in the resource bank of our education system. They are there.
It's too much.
It's going to be out soon. I'm just waiting for the first copies to just approve and we can get running.
Nice.
What else do I do?
You travel a lot.
I travel.
That's
yes,
what
I
you
love
do.
traveling. I travel for
You travel
free.
a lot. Yeah.
So because I'm an activist and because I advocate for education, which is SDG 4, SDG 17, I advocate for gender-based violence. I've curated exhibitions for that. I'm still not comfortable releasing the book attached to that exhibition. I've gotten a lot of criticism from men, and it was sad.
As you would expect.
Yeah.
What was said about it?
It happened at a time where one of our students had gotten raped on campus, and I had been planning that already. So it was, we did that. And when I because I went and put up the posters myself.
Okay.
The things the men said.
When we were putting those posters up.
You sit there and you're thinking, we are not safe.
As women.
We are not safe. And it's clear that a lot of men are also not going to speak for us. And they're not going to fight for us. But I think what was more sad was, I'll show you or you'll just link it down.
Sure.
A lot of people wrote letters and little notes before they left the exhibition. And that just opened a can of worms. And I think that's why I never did another one, because it was just
too much.
It was just a lot. What was meant to be a safe space was actually a safe space, but now I don't know what to do with that information. It was a lot to deal with. It was more, thank you for telling my story. Because a lot of people don't talk about things that have happened, So thank you for telling my story. Thank you for speaking on my behalf. This is what happened to me. And just letters upon letters. Some of my friends that we've been 4 years
and
in
just
uni.
okay.
No, they're like, listen, we need to talk. This is what happened.
Sure.
And you sit there, you're like, yo.
Went through this.
So there was supposed to be more of that, and I was just like, when I've got answers as to what to do with the information that I get,
yes,
maybe I'll have the strength to continue the conversation.
The guys, were they retaliating?
They were retaliating. They were very negative. It was more, listen, somebody's been hurt, somebody's been assaulted, and you don't have any emotional support. You don't have anything positive to say. And it was more like, oh no, you guys are just believing the girls. And I said, we are raising awareness.
That's it.
We are raising awareness.
Yeah.
We are not saying who did what, where. We are raising awareness. You are fighting a battle I did not start.
Yeah.
But the issue is there.
Sure.
And women are unsafe in society. Children are not safe in society.
Sure.
Think about how many kids we've seen on our statuses that went missing.
Yeah. Even
Do you
today,
think it's women that took them? In some cases.
In some cases.
But in a lot of cases.
It's more likely to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those are the things we're not really willing to look at. To say, when you look at the majority, what is happening? You know, and as a black nation, what does it say about us? Because half of us are enabling this behavior. Because by not talking, you are agreeing to something. What you're not changing, you are choosing.
I like how this episode is so broad and touching into everything. I need to bring this one up. I need to bring this one up.
Yeah.
A certain colleague of mine, he was down at work. I said, Chief, I don't know you like this. What's happening? And then he said to me, you know, my girlfriend said to, he stays with his girlfriend full time.
Yeah.
My girlfriend said to me things that I never thought a woman can say to a man. And when he reached out to the friend of the girlfriend, the friend said, what did you do?
Oh man.
So it's like, so he felt like the girlfriend felt justified to say what she said because of what he did. So had he not done what he did, the girl wouldn't have.
There wouldn't have been that retaliation.
You get that scenario.
I understand.
Then there's another scenario. A man and a woman, relationship, whatever, and then you, or it doesn't even have to be a relationship. Come from the club, I give you a lift, or and then obviously because it's something, and then that something doesn't come, then I force myself into you. That's now the outfit and me helping you justify me forcing myself into you and at the end of the day raping you. You understand what I'm saying? Or does you being my wife and then you are disrespectful, does it justify me slapping
the
you?
violence?
You
Yeah.
understand? So what I'm trying to say to you, in these two scenarios, it looks like we focus, people instead of taking responsibility, they justify or no. Had you not shouted at me like I'm a small boy, I wouldn't have slapped you.
Sure.
You
And
understand?
I've got an answer for that.
Please take us through the answer.
There's no justification for violence.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if there was, we are also at times unhappy at work. We'd be slapping our bosses, however. We would be. You see, we would be.
Don't talk about that. Some of us work with tools, man.
But they won't do it.
But he won't do it.
But they won't do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with feeling anger, but
Sure.
what you do with that anger
Sure.
and who you do it to.
Good
Because
stuff.
at the end of the day, you check. Oh no, this one might actually take a hit.
Yeah.
And they lie down.
Yeah.
But for those that will not lie down and they'll take you to the police, or they've got a big brother there, they know they're coming. You know to hold back because you think.
You think, right, there's a
So
lot.
half the disrespect, half the violence is it's intentional. You've thought about it and you're like,
And the one on the receiving
I'm
end
going to
is
do it.
perceived like you can't do
Exactly.
anything.
and when it comes to the issue of outfits,
So,
okay.
you are a small boy, you can't do anything.
You know, and it's exactly because they know or you can't do anything.
Sure.
They'll give it.
Yeah.
You know.
So the outfit?
So the issue of something happened yesterday. I was very angry.
Sure.
I had to go take a parcel, and it was a Zulu man.
Sure.
And anyway, I'd been calling him. I locate him. I get my parcel. We sort it out. He then says to me, "You must delete my number."
Evan.
I'm like, why? But no, I can't have that. Diti, what's your problem? Why should I delete your number?
What are you thinking?
Besides the fact that why would I call you? Why would I delete your number? He says, I can't have somebody who sounds like Sasazi on my phone. And I said, what is
What is
Sasazi? Me?
Sasazi?
He says, your voice is very nice. And you sound like a presenter. I'll end up saying yes to everything. And I asked him,
Oh, wow.
I'll stand in. We did it, January, that you can't stand for whatever it is that you stand for. Stand
but that's
firm.
a compliment in disguise.
Yeah. But why is he afraid of my voice?
Yeah.
And what is me saying to, why can't he? Yeah.
And you're not even thinking anything wild.
Do you understand?
For that matter.
Yeah. So it got to me that he's going to blame it on my voice. If anything were to happen, he's going to say, it is because you sound...
So what? That's going to be the scapegoat.
Unfortunately, in this case, in a case of gender-based violence and violence against women and children, it happens all over the world.
Sure.
But we are the capital in South Africa. We are leading. So grandmothers get raped in their homes.
Now it comes
See what happened.
Now it comes to the, was she wearing revealing clothes?
No. Please just stitch that exhibition, because it speaks to that. Nothing justifies it. Muslim women get raped. They get groped in public. Covered.
Well, what in your analysis, what do you think is the cause of that?
Listen, what I do know is rape is not about the urges. It's about power.
Okay.
It's about wanting to prove something of sorts, but it's meant to reinstate power to the man. And it's sad, because are there no other ways?
I don't understand what you are going to benefit by forcing yourself into someone. I mean, that's supposed to be the most... one pastor said, sex is the closest feeling you can ever get, which will give you an idea of how heaven feels like.
Exactly.
And then you force yourself. You're not going to enjoy nothing. Now with a granny, now with a young child. I mean...
Exactly.
Mabra, come on.
Think about the kids, man. Think about the kids.
Let's maybe last question on this one.
Okay.
There will be some guys who are watching this. They'll be boiling and feeling like it's one-sided. I have two questions. Gender-based violence. Some men will argue, we had that campaign at work where I work, and then someone raised their hand and say, what about violence against men? Do you advocate for that?
We do.
Violence against men. And then number two, it will be, what about false accusations? There are ladies who were found out who they were falsely accusing the guy of rape.
Sure.
In those two instances, how do you deal with that? Or what do you have to say?
It's a sad one, because men do get abused.
Sure.
Men are quiet, men do not communicate. So we never really get to know these stories until the very end, or something really drastic happens. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it happens. And by saying the focus is on violence against women and children, it is because we're looking at the stats.
Sure.
Where does most violence happen, and who does it?
Sure.
So we're not necessarily saying men do not experience it. We're looking at the figures, and this is alarming. Do you understand? We're not putting it like this and saying, we're saying this is alarming, this should not be happening.
You're not saying this, they are not. It's like when you go out to hire, let's say you're going to hire 100 people, and then you say, no, we must hire a balance of color. You cannot say, you cannot want to get the exact number of color because you have more population of black people.
Equity.
You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense.
No.
So it doesn't mean when you're advocating for women and children,
you are disregarding the others.
I understand
that does not mean.
Oh, great stuff.
But on the false accusation, it's a sad reality that that is what men have to go through.
Yeah.
We are not disregarding that. We are quite aware that yes, there are women that, for whatever reasons, because now we don't know what their reasons are. And it's sad that men would have to go through all these law procedures just to prove themselves to have not done it.
Yeah.
But we also need to understand that a lot of men do not still understand what consent is.
They do what? Say?
They still don't understand what consent is.
Not true that.
If they say stop juring, you stop juring. You don't wait until you reach a certain point where you feel like you are fine now. You don't.
I'm almost there.
Just wait. You stop. And some of these are nuances, and they're small things.
A lot can happen in the process. Though you agreed in the beginning, a lot can happen in the process.
You still have the right to say no.
Yeah, and then you can't say because you agreed with Sumulu Hong, Yeah, we need education.
You see?
We need education.
Just because I said yes to a job.
But that person, Posh, I'm not advocating for men.
Sure.
That person is in heaven. He feels, my goodness, it's very difficult for the car to stop at that time.
No, sure. Listen, we understand
Do you
what
understand
pleasure
that?
is.
Yeah.
But consent is very important.
Oh.
In you feeling pleasure, somebody's uncomfortable.
Feeling something else.
Do you understand? And you're comfortable with that. And you're overriding what they feel for your own pleasure.
I was with a guy here. Mr. Push, I think that was episode 13, Communist Party. Yeah, episode 13. He was talking about voter education.
Yeah.
Hey man, what is voter education? I mean, you just go and tick a box. He said, no. You know that some people they cross into already it's a crap. You understand? We need education on certain specific topics, which can be taken lightly. But they are very sensitive stuff. Hey, you are dealing with a lot, man. Let me not go there because it seems like we're exploring this one. I don't want to pronounce the name of your business wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, please tell us the name of the business and tell us what you do, because I have to place an order, by the way.
Yes.
I have
We look forward to serving you.
Yeah.
So
that order will come to the Impact Show. I will show them that I've placed an order.
No,
So
we'd love to serve you. So the business used to be Burgundy Paradigms.
Burgundy Paradigm?
Yes.
Okay.
So it has now shifted into a new name as Burgundy Collective.
Burgundy Collective.
Right?
Sure.
And by collective, we mean we do ed tech, educational technology. We do carpentry. We do education and training. And in education and training, we've got 2 programs that we are running. We've got the art classes. They're starting next week on the 16th.
Sure.
So let me just give a few notes on this. We've got a lot of kids that are talented, don't know what to do with their talent.
Sure.
And I keep telling people that when I was giving birth to my son, I was on that table and he was in distress and I had to go for a C-section. In that whole process, you know what I was thinking? If I die now, my parents will think my writing was a hobby.
Oh,
literally, that's what,
it's just a hobby.
They will tell people that no, she used to scribble. That could not sit well with me.
And you're thinking that during the process of giving birth.
Yeah. Sure. If I die now, they'll think I was never there.
Yeah.
They'll think I never wrote. They'll think it was a joke. It was just me playing.
Sure.
I couldn't stomach it. So after I gave birth, I sent out my manuscript. Within 21 days, I had gotten responses.
Wow.
Because what do you mean I was not here? What do you mean I did not write? Right. I was here. And there's proof that I was here.
Yes.
You know, and unfortunately, other people, other artists, other painters are going to die like that. No, they were very talented. They used to make little sculptures.
But there's no evidence.
There's no evidence. So Art Escape creates the platform for that.
Okay.
So right now we've got cohort 1. We've got kids from grade 5 to grade 11. Even those that would like to learn, because we're teaching them techniques.
Okay.
Right? So technique at the end is subjective, because what you create with what you know makes it your identity. So we're teaching them 6 techniques. Then they create their masterpiece using one or more of the techniques that we've taught them.
Sure.
Then we do an exhibition. The exhibition is going to be hybrid. It's going to be online. It's going to be, a physical one where people can come engage with the artists. But you'll also be able to purchase, both physical and online.
Where do you do this? So learners are coming where, like location-wise?
Boafe.
Oh, Boafe.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
We're going to be using Boafe for now until we find... I'm looking for a garden. So once I find the garden that is in my mind, yes, we'll move from there. But
sure.
For now, we'll be hosting them there. So the idea is to have a platform. Where do you go? Yes, you're very nice at drawing, at painting.
But you need a platform.
But otherwise, they'll stay at home.
To showcase what you're capable of.
Exactly.
Sure.
And remember, in this case, it's a global outreach. People out there can say, listen, I saw this painting. I would like it. We get it, we ship it. The proceeds would go to the learners. Mine is to create a platform for others to thrive, for their work to be seen, and for them to have a place to belong.
Is everyone eligible for that platform? Or how do you get in?
Okay, so initially it was just for learners.
Okay, sure.
I've had a lot of adults ask about it. I think I might just do a different cohort.
Okay, sure.
For them. So, but the platform will be the same. I think after we've launched the first cohort exhibition, we'll be able to allow other artists to showcase their work on our platform.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll take it from there. So that's what I do. Also, I've been doing leadership training for the past decade. Yeah, that's one of my passions, and I cannot be anything without leadership development.
Training, yeah.
So we'll be taking 50 learners, preferably around Kuruman.
Okay, sure.
Only 50 for a 3-day intensive training.
Sure.
They will get a certificate at the end. They will know how to launch their social projects. They will have a network. They will have me review their applications when they apply for opportunities abroad. And I found that very valuable. I had one of my mentees go to Malaysia just in January.
Oh, wow.
I've mentored him just for a year, and
wow.
he's flourishing. He's doing amazing.
Wow, nice.
And people don't appreciate just what an extra eye on your application does.
Wow.
And especially from somebody who has been through these opportunities, who has been through these experiences, who knows what those people are looking for. Remember, I've been on both sides.
Yes.
I've been on the judging panel, and I've been on the person who's applying to be a participant.
Yeah.
So I can give a bit of a perspective on how they can improve their chances on being elected and to become participants.
The carpentry part?
The carpentry, yes. I love building. I love creating.
No. From the Porsche of high school, I was so shocked. I was so shocked.
The thing is, I've always been handy. Here's the thing. Growing up, my dad, every time they were fixing something, and for that reason, I always thought he wanted a boy.
Okay.
He has a lot of boys, but I always felt like he wanted me to become a boy. I didn't realize it at the time. I was very bitter about it. And I'll always be there holding a torch. Give me a 12. I'll go find a 12.
Yeah.
Hated the experience. But what do you mean I've built everything in my house?
Wow.
Do you understand? Because it's become, over time, experience. You become so conversant with your hands that it's easy. So I've had to build my business because when I wanted to do my kitchen, I had very bad experiences.
Sure.
From male carpenters.
Oh, man. Come on, gents. Gents, come on.
And I speak for a lot of women that own homes. People look at you and they think, you're just a woman, what do you know? I had one guy to do the tiling, and he said, no, this is mathematics, but and I said, I teach mathematics. What do you mean? And I said, redo your calculations because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it was at the point where I wanted soft close and push to open a hardware in my kitchen.
Sure.
And somebody said they had to import them from Italy. And I said, oh. All right. No, then I went, got my material, did my kitchen. Because the issue, half the time, it's not that people cannot do it they give you business.
Yeah.
It could be an issue of time. It could be an issue of energy that they don't have. So I built my kitchen, and then I built my TV stand. Then I did my bookshelf. But then every time people come into my house, they want my bookshelf. And I said, no. They would want it. And they'll say, okay, come make it for me. And I never get around to doing it. Until I just decided, you know what? The stigma around people that work with their hands needs to stop.
Too much.
Because we have that idea that if you work with your hands, then maybe you are not that smart.
Not that smart.
And I'm sitting and I'm like, I'm good with my hands and I'm damn smart.
Yeah, at the same time.
So you sit there, and I've had to own that and move away from the stigma, and also show people that it can be done.
How do people get hold of those items? How do they talk to you so that they can see what you are putting out there, so that they can place their orders?
So we are Burgundy Collective on TikTok.
Okay.
Pelonomi Itumeleng on Facebook.
Sure.
I'm more leaning on TikTok at this point, right? My number is 067 6655 685. We have TV stands.
You can rewind a little bit if you missed that number.
We make TV stands, shoe rags,
Sure.
kitchens, your walk-in closets, your what else do we make? Pedestals. We make bespoke furniture. So whatever it is that you want, we can custom make it to your liking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whew, there's a lot that we have covered. There's a lot that you are doing, man. Let me ask you this before we go to our final questions. How do you manage to keep the whole thing going? Pelonomi, you are doing a lot. How do you manage to keep the whole thing going?
After this, I'm going to show you one of the pictures I taken of my week's calendar.
Sure.
If it's the things you love, you'll find time for them.
If it's the things you love,
you'll find time. Yeah. You'll find time.
Imagine the things you love, you find time for the things you love.
Yeah.
Imagine now the person you love.
Exactly.
And
so
then
there's no.
And then they say that I don't have time.
I didn't have time. No. They'll find time. They'll make a
time.
plan.
They'll make a plan. Yeah, sure.
So normally, because I work full time, So let's say I've got an order and it's a normal school day. So I'll get home around 3, take a rest. Because the building something takes about 3 steps. So I'll build the carcass on the first day.
Okay.
Do the sides and top and bottom on the second day.
Sure.
Then do the finishings like your door handles, your legs.
I'm actually trying to find something that we spoke about on WhatsApp.
Okay.
But you can continue.
Right. The lace, and I'll do that on the third day, and then you do the wrapping and all that. Then the delivery happens.
Okay.
So
you deliver.
Yes.
Okay.
So in a case like that, and I'm also studying, so between my assignments.
And you are a mother.
I'm a mother. No, weekends are totally for my kids. I really try by all means. If I have to work, I work when they're sleeping.
Sure. Oh, okay, sure.
Because otherwise my toddler will just come press that laptop. So it depends, because now everything is contextual. It depends on how much work you have. So you move things around. Whatever is most urgent will take precedence, because everything here is important, right? We've established that. But what is more urgent? What has to be done first? What cannot afford to be left behind? So you prioritize it like that. So
so you're dealing with there's a sequence of
there's
events.
A sequence.
Yeah, sure.
And I do a to-do list. So I'll do business, I'll do home, I'll do personal, I do education. So in business, I have to send a quotation to Tandy, for example.
Sure.
And I have to deliver this. I'll write it there. In personal, I have to read a book, or I have to meditate, or this is what I have to do. At work, I've got let's say, a class visit. So it's something I need to prepare for.
Sure.
Education, I've got an assignment.
Sure.
So how you see, you take it. So you're able to have a visual representation of how far you are. Are you lagging behind? Can you relax a bit? Are you ahead?
Great stuff.
It helps.
Great stuff.
You can't defend what you cannot see.
Great
We
stuff.
need data.
That's true.
That's
true. I want you to talk to the young ladies about entrepreneurship. I want you to talk to them about entrepreneurship. Most of the time, who are registering business nowadays, they will say, no, a woman must be the co-founder or the founder.
Yes,
you understand?
yes.
Even when you're a guy, you must go partner with someone. But there is, besides beauty, nails, it looks like our ladies maybe are lacking a little bit when it comes to the drive for entrepreneurship, maybe into spaces especially which are predominantly occupied by men. So what can you say to our ladies when it comes to entrepreneurship about whatever business that they like, they're passionate about?
Alright.
Yeah, and the competition also. Some competitors are also guys with attitude.
Can I say something on that?
Sure.
I'm at a point where I don't compete.
Okay.
If I don't collaborate, there's nothing happening.
Sure.
I'm too old to compete. There's no space for me to compete. There's space for me to exist. And I think for everybody, even the young leaders, there is space. even if that business already exists, there is space for you to exist and to make money.
Yeah.
And excel at that.
Even if the kind of business you want to
Even if
establish
it
already exists. Okay.
No. Somebody said that and said, but no, other people are doing it. And I said, no. We've got a different target market.
Yeah.
I don't do the same things they do.
Sure.
You know. So there's a lot of get skills. Get skills. There are online courses that are free. They are free. You just need to make time, to develop yourself for some of these skills that you can render in your businesses.
Sure.
It's very important to realize that if you do not know, you're going to make uninformed decisions. And in a case like business, they are very expensive.
Sure.
So learn as much as you can.
Sure.
Get to know how to do your basic processes, like know how to do your quotation, know how to make your templates for emails, let's say for disputes or returns or whatever. Have those things in place so that when they happen, you're not running around.
Sure.
You're just drawing from what's already in the resource.
Sure.
Be organized. Yes. You might take a bit of time to get your way around it, but you have to start first.
Exactly.
There's a saying, make it exist first, then make it perfect. So if that circle looks a bit wobbly, let it be wobbly, but exist first. You can't fix what's not there.
Yeah.
You
need to
and
start
part of if a customer is unhappy, that's feedback for you to improve on something.
Sure that.
Sure. These are the small things that you need to get lessons from.
Sure that.
But it needs to exist first. So get those businesses registered, get those courses running, learn from other people, get mentors. I think people don't realize just how. Hold on.
And when you get mentors, you must keep the relationship professional, especially if it's the opposite gender. Also,
it's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. Yeah. Get somebody who has done that before. Somebody who will guide you, not teach you. Guide you. Because people get to think, if I agreed that, yes, I'll help. Helping is me doing something for you. No. Go make that mistake, come back and say, this is what I did.
In one of our episodes, as we wrap it up, we were talking women and money and so on.
Yes.
And then you were quite moved by that. And just to show our viewers that you watch the podcast. The statement was that, yes, women love money. You understand? And I personally also believe women love money. And I'm not saying it in a negative way.
Yeah,
I'm saying women love money. You are a woman.
Yes.
You are working.
Yes.
You are a businesswoman.
Yes.
Do women love money?
Yes. No. Money in general.
No, yes, I understand
There's an understanding
I understand that.
There's an understanding that men, we want money from men.
Okay, sure.
Yes, as a man, you must have your own money.
But most men, when they say women love money, they are saying it from a space that, hey, these people just want to milk us.
Yes, they want to milk. No.
Sure.
Here's the thing. For you to make money, you need to have the skill to make money.
Sure.
They take discipline. It's a certain type of attitude. Money just does not fall from the trees and you just get it. In order to be able to acquire certain type of things, you need to be a certain type of person. We want the person who has those things. So the money is a byproduct of who you are, is a byproduct of your discipline, is a byproduct of your attitude. So you can't sit here, have the money. Some people have money and they really don't have the character that can withstand.
Sure. Sure.
So, but if somebody has earned their money honestly, there are certain attributes that come with that.
Of that person.
Those are the things we like.
That you are looking for.
Consistency
and
time management.
Great stuff.
You can't say you don't have time.
Great stuff.
But you got time to make money, then you must have time. You must have time for me.
And you have time for the guys and
you've got time for everything else.
And so that that's great stuff. One thing that stuck with me throughout the episode, even as I was listening to it, was keep on going. Is people die with ideas, man.
No.
This pastor, Dr. Miles Monroe, says says the graveyard is the richest place because there are people there who went down with lots of ideas. Make it exist and then make it perfect. That was our episode number 19 with Posh. It was a wonderful episode. In conclusion, Posh, just say something to our viewers that you would like to say that is in your heart, and then we wrap it up. Say anything, what is an advice or something, anything that you feel you want to cough it out, sure.
Here's my advice to you. It is very important that you dream and you dream big. To a point that it scares you. To a point that you do it alone. To a point where you do it scared. It is important that you do it nonetheless. At the end of the day, only you know what burns in your heart. Only you know what keeps you awake at night. And it's important that you follow that.
Sure.
It is important that you follow it to the T until you know. You'll know when you've reached the point you need. You'll know. And I need you to follow that. Thank you.
Episode number 19 of The Impact Show with Pelonomi Itumeleng. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
All right.
Hey, tell us so.